Oh man, that is delicious. What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Quizine TV, where we quiz the cuisine. This time I am alone again because we're still in lockdown, although things are looking positive and we appear to be coming to the end of this lockdown period. For now, I'm still alone. So I am ordering food to the home, and this time it's going to be Moroccan cuisine. We're going to be checking out a Moroccan restaurant in Leytonstone in East London. It's called Marrakech Delight. So I'm keen to see how that shows up. And yeah, Moroccan food is an interesting one because it's effectively a combination of the kind of Berber food that you'd expect from the sort of North African region. You'll get some sort of Middle Eastern vibes to it as well, some of the conventional Middle Eastern vibes that we're used to. You'll also get some Mediterranean influence in there as well, just because of its location. And obviously Morocco has had a long interaction with Spain since it's very close to it. It's almost been the entry point into Europe for the Islamic Empire when they were sort of taking over Spain, and it was Andalusia back then. So there's been an age-old interaction between those two countries there, and obviously through colonization later on, the French had some influence over the country as well. So I'm expecting to see some influence from French cuisine, Spanish cuisine. And one of the things I love about Moroccan food as well is that they're not opposed to using fruits and basically mixing sweet and savoury. And you guys know I absolutely love that mix and that combination when they come together. So, you know, Moroccans throw in pomegranate, orange, prunes, all that stuff into everything. So yeah, I'm going to head out now to the restaurant I was talking about, Marrakech Delight, which is in Leytonstone. I'm going to have a look at their menu, see what's on offer, and then I'm going to speak to you guys about what we've got. So, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so the first dish I'm going to try is the amazing Merguez Wrap. Now Merguez is effectively a Maghrebi sausage. It's very common across Morocco, Tunisia, basically North Africa. It's one of the kind of very traditional Berber foods that you'd find. And this is effectively bits of minced meat or beef or lamb that's stuffed inside intestines and made into a sausage in the conventional way that we might know. But what's different is that these are a bit more kind of skinny, texture-wise, they're a bit more tough, but they're a bit more pungent in terms of the flavour. And they're spiced a little bit more so than the sausages you might be used to having. The spices that they use in these sausages, in the merguez, is cumin, chili, or even harissa, which is quite a popular spice that they use across North Africa. Sometimes they might use sumac or fennel as well to add that extra bit of flavour to it. But these basically skinny sausages are very popular across North Africa, and they're often enjoyed within a sandwich or a wrap or served up with fries. Inside here you've got some sauce and salad, but this looks like it's going to be absolutely delicious. So here we go. Just how I describe it, nice and saucy in there. They don't hold back on the sauce, which is brilliant. That merguez sausage, absolutely delicious. Texture is very different from the sausage you'll be used to having. Quite tough, a lot skinnier, and it's kind of chopped up and put in here with a bit of salad and sauce. It's delicious, it's spiced pretty well. The colour is incredible, it's very sort of pink, as you can see. This is a very different way of having sausage. Kind of like sujouk that you have in the Middle East, but merguez is a little bit more different. I guess it's got less pungency to it, less of a smoky kind of cured vibe to it than sujouk does, but it's very similar. But no, this is delicious. Right, so the next dish we're gonna have is something I'm super excited for, and it's something that's quite common in Moroccan food as well. This is the incredible kofte. Now these are mincemeat balls that are cooked in a sort of spicy tomato sauce, served up with some peppers, some courgettes on a bed of really fluffy rice. And the great thing is they've got this amazing egg yolk slap bang in the middle of the dish, and they've got the egg whites running across the side as well. So let's tuck in with this. This is a very sort of popular Moroccan dish. Again, Moroccans, they love that tomatoey sauce, you know, a mix of Mediterranean, Andalusian, Berber cuisine, all formulated into one with some sort of subtle influences from Europe as well. And that comes across in some of the food that I'm trying here. Here goes. Oh, that's so tasty. That rice is phenomenal. It's got that lovely yellow color, soaks up some of those tomatoey, meaty juices from the meatballs, and the courgette and the peppers go really well with it, and that egg just adds another level of proteiny goodness to it. It's very nice, it's very substantial, and it tastes so brilliant. The thing about the Moroccan food is it's not overly spicy. It's got a really good amount of sort of subtle flavors, and they come through really nicely and just work in perfect harmony on your palate. It's nothing too explosive, nothing too out there, but it's great. It's great to look at. It tastes great. This is a really good dish. Now I am super excited for this next dish. Probably one of my favorite dishes in the entire world. This is slow cooked Moroccan lamb with prunes, and it is an absolutely amazing fusion of lovely savory meat and sweet onions and prunes that are caramelized, and the whole thing comes together and works so well. It's effectively a lamb tagine, and this can be enjoyed with either couscous or crusty bread. We've gone for some crusty bread in this case, and you can see here, just look at this wonderful thing. It's a lovely piece of slow cooked lamb leg, and you can see that there's eggs in there as well, some caramelized prunes, and it's in this base, this lovely almost sticky gooey sauce, and it's got some sesame seeds in there as well. That sauce has got exactly what I love. It's a mix of the sweet and the spicy, and that's absolutely amazing for me. And that works particularly well, I found, with lamb as well. Lamb is such a good meat to really embrace that sweet, savory goodness. And then we've got some eggs in there as well, which of course add another kind of perspective to the dish. Here it goes. Oh my God. Oh, that is just delicious. The sweetness and the spices in there all work so wonderfully well. I absolutely love prunes. I love prunes in savory dishes, but this is just a whole new level. And that slow cooked lamb, it's so sweet, it's so aromatic, it works so wonderfully well with the prunes. This is delicious. Let me just get a bite of that soft meat and see what this is like. Oh, you just can't beat that. You just cannot beat that. Soft, tender meat cooked in amazing sweet and somewhat spicy sauce, and those lovely succulent juicy prunes add a whole new level of sweetness to the dish. And then you've got those eggs as well. Brilliant. It all works perfectly together, and you can see why they absolutely love it, because it's delicious. Right, another tagine is next. This time it's the chicken tagine, and this is laid on a bed of couscous. This looks absolutely delicious. It's a slow cooked chicken, skin on, so it's got that lovely crispiness to it, and then spread around that couscous is a combination of roasted carrots, yellow and green courgette, and you've got some butternut squash in there as well, so there's a good amount of vegetables. This is going to be phenomenal, and you've got to absolutely love the way the chicken tagine is made. The dish is basically consists of chicken pieces that are braised with spices, with garlic, onion, olives. They've even got some lemon in there as well. So it's got loads of different flavors which all come together, and then you slow cook it, and then it's got this lovely saucy goodness. Obviously we got takeaway, so it's not all coming together in that amazing tagine pot, that clay terracotta pot which is so beautiful to look at. But here they've given us the sauce separately, so we're just meant to just pour this on here all over to get that lovely tagine vibe. In there you've got some chickpeas and some caramelized onions as well. Here goes. Oh man, that is delicious. You've just got to love the texture of couscous. It's so light and fluffy and airy. It just dances around on your palate. I love couscous. And then you've got that amazing tagine chicken, which has got so many different flavors. It's very succulent chicken with that crispy exterior. And then you've got these wonderful different vegetables. Looks so amazing because there's so many different colors here, and it tastes even better. You get those amazing Moroccan spices in there, quite subtle, not too overpowering, not too spicy, but enough for your taste bud to really enjoy it. This is the epitome of Moroccan food. Chicken tagine on a bed of couscous, and I've got to say this restaurant has delivered it absolutely brilliantly. And the final dish I'm going to be trying tonight is effectively the Moroccan version of baba ghanoush. Now baba ghanoush, we know, is that lovely silky starter or side dish which consists of blended aubergine, and it's just usually white in color and very smooth. Looks quite similar to a hummus, and you can get it across the Middle East, whereas in Morocco they've got something very similar. Now it's sometimes called a zalouk, and this is effectively just aubergine which is pummeled up, but the difference here is that it's cooked in a sort of tomatoey sauce. So that's what makes it a little bit different from the other baba ghanoush that you can try across the Middle East. Now I'm just going to get a bit of bread, this amazing crispy crusty Moroccan bread, and just dip that into this. I know this is a bit of a starter really, so I should have really began the video with this, but it's a great condiment to have on the side. Yeah, so you basically scoop a little bit up with the bread, and oh, that is glorious. We spoke about Moroccan food being a concoction of Berber food, of some Arab food, of some European food, but also of the Mediterranean. And you get a taste of the Mediterranean in this, in that it's peppered with so much oil, which gives it that lovely texture, that lovely soft, silky, creamy texture. And I think they're sort of charcoal grilled, some of them as well, because it's got a lovely smoky taste to it as well, which really elevates it. Moroccan baba ghanoush, Moroccan zalouk, aubergine or eggplant zalouk, whatever you want to call it. This is phenomenal. It's really tasty, and it's something that's going to complement whatever meal you choose to have with them. So you've got to give this a go. Brilliant. Woo! Alright, that's me done, belly full. I've absolutely demolished my spread of food, and what an experience. Moroccan food, phenomenal. Marrakech Delight, the restaurant in Leytonstone, East London. You've got to check it out. They make some brilliant Moroccan food, and I had to go during lockdown as well and get takeaway, where their menu was substantially smaller than usual. So when they're fully open and up and running, they've got a vast array of dishes. So we really got a mix of all the different types of cuisines and flavors that you'd expect in Moroccan food. We had some of the Berber food, or Amazigh food as it's called, then the mix of the Mediterranean, as well as some of the kind of more conventional Middle Eastern foods that you'd expect as well. But they love mixing sweet and savory, which I absolutely love, as you know, so it was my cup of tea. Very rich, very succulent meats, a good combination of meats and vegetables. So a good array of things on offer, and a really good experience. I'd really recommend you try it. That brings me to an end of this episode, where we tried Moroccan cuisine in lockdown. It was brilliant. Please make sure to share the content, like our content, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get our subscribers up as quickly as possible. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, give us a like on Facebook, and follow us on TikTok as well. That's right, we've got all the social media platforms where we provide all sorts of different behind the scenes exclusive content on each platform. So make sure to check us out on those too. That's it. That's the end of our Moroccan episode. We'll see you next time. Bye.